Hi everyone! Today we're recording a makeup look. It's inspired by the Barbie movie that is coming out. By the time you see it, it's probably out already. We're gonna do a pink eyeshadow. I am gonna go ahead and do my base really quick. You guys can just look through it, and I'll still put the links to the products that I use, but I won't go in depth of what I'm doing. But we'll go into the eyeshadow look right now. We are back, and now I'm just gonna do everything on my eyeshadow. I did my face, I did a little bit of contour, powder. I didn't do any blush because I want to do it with you guys if we have time at the end. I did my eyebrows, concealer. So first, right now, we're gonna start with the eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use the Urban Decay. It's the Eden one. It's matte, and I like it a lot, especially when you do colorful eyeshadows. It's really nice because it's a little lighter than my eyelid color. So I'm just gonna blend this in and set it with a light powder. Okay, I did the eyeshadow primer and I set it with a white powder. Today for the look, I'll be using a Kara Beauty eyeshadow palette, and we'll be using this pink right here, maybe this little darker purple, and the dark purple. And also maybe a little bit of black for the eyeliner just to help myself. But yeah, this is the palette, and we'll be using this row basically. Just for the transition, I need a lighter pink, so for that I will be using my Morphe palette, this one, and just this little in the corner one. That's going to be my first eyeshadow that I'm going to use. You can use whatever you have at home. If you have a transition color that is a little bit of a light pink, that's perfect. So a big brush, I'm going to just go into it. Again, this is my transition color. I'm gonna go all over, keep it just right under the brow. I'm gonna take it out because I'm going for a more dramatic look. So every time you pick some powder, you tap it off on your hand or on the table or anything you have around. And this is such a nude light pink that it's gonna just give you that idea of where the eyeshadow goes, but nothing too much. So I'm going all the way in, and when I'm almost done with everything, I'm going in the inner corner. I'm just gonna match my other eye with the same thing. I am now picking another big brush, and we're gonna go into this hot pink, and I'm gonna go right on top of whatever I did right now because that was my transition, so it just gave me an idea of where my pink should go. So maybe just right underneath it, but this is such a beautiful pink. So I'm taking it out to, again, remember this is a more colorful look. I want it as pigmented as possible and get into the crease. This is pretty. Now I'm gonna add a darker shade right above my crease to make the impression that my eyes are bigger and that they just open a little bit higher. So I'm going into a dark purple from the Cara Beauty palette and a smaller brush at this time. Tap off the excess and very carefully about your placement, you're gonna go right above your natural crease, right here. Take it on the outer corner to make that little wing go out and up. And on the inner corner. So if you look right now, you have the impression that this eye is a little bit bigger than the other one. You can go a little bit darker if you want to, but I'm just gonna keep it at this. If you feel like you went too high with the purple or something went on, you're gonna go back to your pink and just go on top of it and deepen the pink. Because I want the pink to be our dominant color in the whole look. So I don't want the purple to take over. Okay, add some hot pink on the bottom, right here too. Beautiful. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. Try to match them as closely as you can. Obviously, there's going to be, our eyes are not the same as most of our body parts, but try to match as close as possible. Now I'm going to draw a wing to connect this outer purple part. And then we're going to add shimmer and lashes, and you're almost done. For the eyeliner, I'm going to use an Ulta eyeliner. When you draw yours, you can just connect it to this. I like to do it a little bit lower so we have that space in between and gives it a little bit more dramatic look. You can make it smaller, thinner, basically be creative. Eyeliner is done. I went for a super long wing. Don't worry if it's not too clean. We're going to put lashes and it will take away from any mistakes that you've done. If it's not clean under here, we're going to connect it later, or you can just take a makeup wipe and remove it, and I can show you that later. For the shimmer that I'm going to use, I'm going to use a multi-chrome eyeshadow. So this one turns purple and pink all the time. It's from Charmacy. It's made in Italy, but it's a really pretty multi-chrome shimmer. So I just wet this brush and I'm adding a little bit to it and slowly pat it wherever I want to place it. I got too much, so I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. For me, it's going to go on my lid almost all the way to the outer corner, and then take it a little bit higher. So connect it to that purple that we just did. Beautiful. Now if I look down and if I, like in the sunlight, here we're in the studio, but if we would be in the sunlight, you would be able to see how it shifts from purple to pink. Maybe you guys can see a little bit too. I feel like here it's more purple when I'm looking at it. But I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye and then add lashes, and I'll be right back. For lashes, I'm going to use Ardell 421s, and then I'm going to use a Tarte glue for the eyelashes. I already cut them so they can match my eyes because my eyes are a little bit smaller. So if you get the original ones, just to give you an idea, I cut about 3 of those little ends. I'm just going to add glue to both of them. Let them dry a little bit. That's why I do both. I do glue on both and then go back to the first one and put it on. Alright, and this is with the eyelashes. I usually struggle with one of them, but today went pretty easy. Awesome. And if you want to add a little bit more drama to them, you can pick other lashes, or you can just add a little bit of mascara, which is what I'm going to do. Just going to add a little bit of mascara onto them. And if later in the day the lashes bother you or anything like that, you can take off the lashes and you'll still have some mascara on your lashes. Okay, we're gonna do the bottom. So for the bottom, I'm gonna pick a smaller brush. I hope you guys can see it. And I'm gonna go into the pink, the hot pink that we did, this color. And we're gonna go pretty thick, because it's a dramatic look. Okay. Same on the other eye. Pretty thick on the bottom. And connected to your eyeliner. So there's no gaps in there where you can see the skin that is brown, or a big difference. And then very close to your waterline, we're going to pick even a smaller brush, this one, and we're going to go into the purple. maybe add a little bit of black to it. I always like a black on the waterline. So right here, just connect it to your eyeliner and blend it into that pink. If you feel like it's not blending, go back to the pink brush and just blend it all together. Take your time. Sometimes it takes longer than you think. Okay, both of these are blended and nice. We're just gonna do a little bit of highlight on the inner corner, and then I'll come back with the final look. For the highlight, I'm going to use the very light one here from Dior Backstage, and a small brush, this one, and I'm going to go just in the inner corner to give it that little pop. You can see the difference from this eye and this eye. I'm just going to go clean this, add a little bit more concealer, and I'll show you the final look. Alright, for blush I'm going to use the hot pink from Dior, so it will give me all that beautiful pink. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of highlighter from the same palette. There's a pink one in there that I can just put on top. You can see I did a little bit of lipstick as well. So there's this one. It's called Blush Pink. I'm just going to do it on top of your cheeks. A little bit on your forehead. There's never too much highlighter. A little bit on your nose. There you go. This is the final look. I really appreciate you if you stayed with me the whole time, or if you tried this on yourself. Tell me in comments how you feel. I feel gorgeous. I just have to put a pink top and then go have a party.